Oh, good weekend, everyone. Welcome to this beautiful day. Now, you might be thinking, what's happening? Oh, goodness gracious. Well, we are continuing Land of the Morning Light because we are preparing ourselves for Seoul. You got it. The second part of Land of the Morning Light. In the meantime, last time we did some things, very fun things. Today we're here to see the story of the Duoksini. The tale of the Duoksini works as follows.
Mr. Kim, our dearest Mr. Kim, gone are the days of friendship between humans and the Dokkebi, or Dokkebi. Duoksini, the Dokkebi king, is raining down thunderbolts in Sop Mall and is threatening humans with his soldier kebis.
Cool story, bro. Now we go to the history guy who will tell us everything we need to know.
Alas, it is unfortunate. History gives us insight into our present and future. It's a pity people these days don't study it more. Here lies a great story, yet not a single record remains. This story is a treasure worth more than gold. Will no one hear this tale? Anyone?
What is it?
Please hear my tale. Please stop and listen. People are trying to go about their busy lives. So, out with it. Let's hear about this great and wonderful history. Don't tell me I've got to pay for it.
You cannot buy history with money, but nothing in life comes without a cost.
He got scammed. Now let's just go.
Wait, where are you going? Hey, how about this? I'll tell you first, then you can pay if you like it. This tomb is the resting place of a loyal servant who sacrificed himself to support a king from ancient times. When the king beheaded this servant, white blood poured out. Flowers fell from the sky, and the heavens and earth wept. And the tombstone for that servant was placed by the king himself. So, was my story worth a bit of buckwheat jelly and pork? Mr. Kim should pay for the tale. Or would you prefer another one?
So naive. Listen, you're just gonna keep letting people choose whether they pay for your stories or not? Hold on. Why are you calling me Mr. Kim? My last name isn't even Kim. Did you say buckwheat jelly and pork? Aha! You're a Gebby, aren't you?
He's a Dokkebi. I did all say, how suspicious.
How did you figure it out? Jeez, here goes nothing. Stand back or you'll get hurt. Aw, what's with people here? The soup mold Mr. Kims were always enchanted by my stories.
I don't know how to tell you, history guy, but you're no internet historian. History Dokkebi seems very flustered.
What's with people?
Oh, I was just joking. Are you a real Dokkebi? What in the world are you doing here?
What do you mean? I'm just making a living. What else? Since I've been exposed, I might as well say it out loud. I'm starving. Could you please get me something to eat?
Ran towards the village. He must have been hungry. Go.
We have to talk with Mr. Björn. No, the other one.
The other miss. Yeah.
What is? Okay, yeah. He's. Oh, fuck. Okay, there.
I am very confused.
Mr. Björn is here. It's the butcher.
Get some pork. Check with Monk Soon, the big auntie. So I guess it's the...
Yeah. The tavern lady.
Alright. Now we get jelly. Back with jelly.
So we got the pork and we got the buckwheat jelly.
Now we give them to the history
My
cabin.
story was interesting, and yet everyone got up and left without paying. That stings a little. Well, I know my story was interesting. Pork! Smells absolutely amazing! Oh, you seem like honest Mr. Kim's. You want to hear another exciting tale from history?
Nope, one is plenty, thank you. Are you lost or something? What's a Dokkebi doing down here instead of up in Dokkebi Forest?
I know my story was interesting.
Not so secret anymore, is it? Who was his secret mission for?
Fair enough to hide someone. Ah, yes.
You've been sending your prayers to the gods of heaven and earth. Stop now. The line is far too long. Your prayers will not get heard. Not in this lifetime. Instead, send your prayers this way. Hey, wake up. We've got visitors.
Who are you talking to? Is that a broom? Who
It's a
put it here?
dancing broom, Dosa. Come on, open your Korean eyes.
This is Dokkebi. He's also on an undercover mission. Hence the silence. May the hearts of all Mr. Kims warm in front of this pagoda, and may their deepest, most heartfelt prayers be heard. However, when all eyes are closed and their sins can freely spill out, it's quite interesting what things you can hear. Whew, that was a lot of talking. I'm getting thirsty. Ahem. If only I had a refreshing bowl of icy cold makgeolli.
Well, they say Dokkebi always repay a favor. I'll find a nice place close by. See you there.
Indeed. Dokkebi will gladly repay the favor. Don't worry.
I want to make a skewer. Now we need to...
We have to get the ingredients. They noticed from the other quest it was too hard, so here just get everything and GG.
Yeah, much better. And you put everything in simple cooking.
Yep.
Okay, it's okay. You're the greatest adventurer I've ever seen. You felt gods and dragons. And here you are,
Cooking. Indeed.
making skewers for a blue-headed guy.
Let me take the horse because it's a
Yeah.
bit far away.
There you go, we're taking the Dokkebi thingies. Wow.
This place is just perfect. We shall see what kind of stories we can unearth here. Strange Mr. Kim informed Mr. Kim. Come have a drink with us. Ah, this is our friend Dokkebi.
Are you guys drinking again? I will pass. I drank all the glasses the Mr. Kims filled for their prayers.
Okay,
Okay.
now that your belly's full, tell us, what is this secret mission you've come all the way here for?
I'm on a secret mission on the Dokkebi Princess's orders. I've come to find a Kebi cap.
Kebi cap? They have caps specially designed for Dokkebi? Why on earth do you think you'd find something like that in Darbol?
It's a cap that grants you invisibility powers, and the princess claims that she lost it in Dalbul.
Whoa.
Oh no.
I knew that Dokkebi were magical, but I didn't know there was such a thing.
Is that really something worth getting hung up on right now? Our lives are at stake if we don't find it.
Okay.
Give this keyword.
Okay.
Is that really something
Then
worth
is the
getting hung
Dokkebi
up on
princess
right now?
want to dole out
My
severe punishment?
would be welcome. Much better than the King Duoksini chewing us up and spitting us out.
Okay, kinky bastard, but I guess...
And the tales of ages past. All I've stored will be wiped away. And I will be reborn as a soulless soldier Kebi.
Why is the auctioneer mad? Yeah, why you mad,
He
bro?
has been robbed of his most precious Kebi bat. Therefore, our princess set out to search for the Kebi bat. A seemingly impossible task without the Kebi cap, in order to avoid reigniting the king's wrath.
And of course, to get the Kebi bat, we need a Kebi cap, and we're gonna need to the Kebi cup to get the Kebi cap. Has this happened before?
Perhaps all you Mr. Kims have heard the story. The incident that occurred in Mudor. A case of murder.
Oh,
Dun,
yeah,
dun, dun.
that incident. But what about it? The official statement was that the suspect fell down the well, no?
It wasn't simply a murder case for us. The victim involved was a very close friend of ours, the chief of Sumo.
Most Mr. Kims are unaware of the true reason for the chief's murder. They don't know he was actually killed for possessing the Kebi bat. The king, being a
Oh.
good friend to the chief, lent him the bat. And he was furious when he learned the chief was murdered and the bat was missing.
Ah, I remember reading about it on that poster. Is that why the Sumo village fell into ruin?
Indeed, but it wasn't intended. Not only did the king like Sumo, he was quite fond of all the Mr. Kims. To hear of the death of his dear friend, Mr. Kim, and to see one take the life of another to fulfill their greed, that's what infuriated him.
What a drama
On a
queen
day
this
much
Dokkebi
like
king, eh?
today, the sky thundered in betrayal, and lightning happened to strike Sumo. We lost the lives of many Mr. Kim friends that day.
Gosh, I'm sorry for your loss. Huh? Didn't know it was gonna rain today.
It was supposed to rain today, in fact.
This energy.
This is the bad juju energy.
Ah! It's King Duoksini's soldier cabbies!
Very cool effect though.
There's too many. Can we get away?
Our traveler here happens to be quite the brawler, so all you guys have to do is protect me.
Be careful! Mr. Kim's village is nearby!
By the way, like, my sounds are broken.
Yeah, same.
Yours, okay?
Very nice. A quest that works doesn't work anymore.
You see? They won't listen! They only obey the commands of their king!
They could overrun the village. How did you two Kebbies manage to stay alive?
King Duoksini, in a rage, was going to turn everyone into soldier kibbies. The king managed to come to his senses in time for a few of us to be spared his wrath. Beneath that rage, deep down, the king still adored the Mr. Kims.
Which makes sense.
It was thanks to the princess's involvement that any Dokkebi remained. Because King Duoksini is crazy about his daughter.
He's crazy about his daughter. So the princess stopped him from hurting the humans?
That's right. The princess also really likes Mr. Kims, so he had to stop, for her sake. And he's lived with that decision until now.
But there's not much time. Your wrestling, I mean fighting skills were amazing.
I guess this works very well if you're a berserker, but not a Dosa.
Would you like to take part in writing the history of Dokkebi Forest? If you help find the cap and bat, everything can return to the way it was.
What do you need me to do?
I mean, like, I guess the original translation was, damn, you're very good at fighting, like, in a
Yeah.
broad sense.
Yeah.
First, you must find the cap. I've heard the gossip of people that come to my pagoda. Old man Dangu of Dobo gets up before sunrise and goes about cleaning the village every day.
There's a chance he might have picked up the cap. So, will you
Yeah,
help?
like, just cleans the
Can you
village,
always
found the
repay
legendary cap, let's go. Why not use your human disguise like before?
I don't know what that old man carries around with him, but I almost lost control of my disguise magic when I got too close. Rumor has it he suffered from an illness at a young age, and ever since, he's developed some sort of hoarding habit.
Well, what's so special about this Kebbi bat? I mean, sure, anything about Dokkebi's probably ain't ordinary.
Haven't you heard of Biddy Bat Bop? Just a swing of the club and bop. You've got what you need.
That's broken. Show me next time.
Fine. I will beg the princess's permission on your behalf. Now hurry, we don't have much time. From today on, strange Mr. Kim and foreign Mr. Kim, we shall call you guys our friends. We believe in you.
Of course, bro.
And yeah, like this story is one of the best to start with. Also because, as you might have noticed, at the end of each story you are teleported back to the starting point of the quest from Dokkebi. And so it's a good way to start because you know what Dokkebi is and why they do what they do.
Cap, do I look like a government official? And as you can see, I don't sell anything of the sort.
I heard that every morning you go around and clean the entire village. You never once spotted something cap-like?
Don't doubt my vision. I can even see the Kebbies on your back. They say if you fool the Kebbies, there's a big price to pay.
Whoa, they were right about you. You got the eye of a tiger. With eyes like that, surely such a cap wouldn't have gone undetected by you.
Dun, dun, dun.
Well, I might have picked it up, but I don't have it now. I also can't say I know where or who has it. I will tell you I didn't give it away for free. Do you have any idea which novels are popular these days?
Novels? Heck, I'm not sure I know much about... I mean, novels. I'm your man. Just tell me what you need to know.
There's a book called The Dale Flower, and just reading it puts a smile on your face. They say a scholar named Samshik from Nopse wrote it. But that scholar wrote many other books besides The Dale Flower. They're all so popular. That scholar said he was looking for someone to take on a ghostwriting job for him. If you lend me your aid,
Okay,
I
so
shall
we have
connect
to
you
go
him.
to talk with the librarian.
I really like doing
The
this.
same one you talk to when you do the Miho story.
Does that mean all there's left for me to do is write about your journeys? Huh, where should I start? Hemo Island?
What is my leg?
Gay Island? Does that mean...
That scholar said he was looking. What is so special about this cap? I'm thinking I should have tried it on when I had the chance.
You really shouldn't.
Say, he headed off to Nopse. He had that small Kebby and big Kebby with him.
It's funny how everyone is so chill about Kebbies going around.
When technically Kebbies are like mythical creatures that...
By the way, it's very cool that all the Kebbies have the soldier Kebby effect during night. If you're in the Dokkebi forest, during day, the Dokkebis look like the one we speak to, and during night they glow like the soldier Kebbis.
Yeah, they're very cool.
And if you wait between day and night, you see them change.
Interesting. Okay, now we're in Nopse Biot County.
Where you can find all the beautiful biot roses.
Yes, to find Dosa.
You're here. This is the house old man Tungu mentioned. Scholar Samshik lives here, and you can rent books to boot. Historic Kebi used the excuse of ghost writing to wander off, while prey Kebi's being used as a broom sweeping the floor.
Makes sense?
From my knowledge, Scholar Samshik is the youngest of 3 brothers. Apparently, they were quite well off in Seoul, but moved here after losing everything. It's wise of him to think of making a living off writing. The oldest brother headed to Nampo, and the second went to Dalbor. The older brothers were doing well, but Samshik, well, his writing wasn't the best. He had to work on a farm to make ends meet, when his writing suddenly improved, and voila! However, it seems his sequels haven't been doing so well recently. He's on all sorts of medication, trying to get himself back up.
Which makes sense, but
Nothing ever happens so suddenly. Something seems off with his story. What do you think, traveler? You want to try talking to him yourself?
You want to...
Basically, this whole story of the Duoksini is the mix of Korean stories from the Korean folklore.
Yeah.
Where are you?
Did you lose something?
Oh, no.
Of course
I was
so.
just writing the scene where the female lead of the Dolly Flower is searching for the male lead.
Of course.
A great writer knows the importance of channeling their characters' emotions. Is there a particular book you're looking for?
I'm a fan and came home to offering a helping hand.
Thank you for supporting my books. But what did you mean by help? Who told you I was in need of assistance?
This traveler that I'm guiding here came from across the sea. They were touched by your novels and came all the way here to meet you. They have some great ideas to get your creative juices going, and we're looking to strike a business arrangement.
Oh.
Of course, bro, like, totally, we fan. We totally came here for
Did you say across the sea? I was running out of ideas, and was starting to regret hiring a ghostwriter. But what did you have in mind?
The Dokkebi cap, isn't it intriguing?
A what? You're a fraud. That's not an idea from across the sea. That's an object from our lands. One who wears the cap becomes invisible from head to toe. See? It's no exotic curio from across the sea. You're just trying to trick me.
Oh, that's strange. You're the first person I've met who knew anything of it. Perhaps you've seen this Dokkebi cap
Someone is
before?
supposed to be there, I guess.
Heap of curses upon
No, it's
those
because
who
they are
ride the
transformed.
Dokkebi. Where is the Dokkebi
into
cap?
objects.
Talking, bro. Please forgive me, Sir Kebbies, for I have sinned. I'll
Yes.
tell you everything, the whole truth. Please, just give me one chance. I used the Kebby cap to spy on the lives of certain individuals. My books were so realistic because it was all from real life. That's why they sold so well.
Ah, stalking.
That's not
The
what
best
the
source
cap
of
was
literature.
created for. Tell me, where's the cap now?
The thing is, I was heading to the wash place while wearing the cap, and I accidentally tripped and fell into the stream. That's when I lost it.
You what?
I thought a wild animal might have picked it up, so I went to the mountains, and I came across this monster. It looked like it didn't have any legs or a head.
It seems a mountain animal may have worn the cap by coincidence.
Ah,
Only certain parts of the body become invisible if there is a hole in the cap.
So you're saying you took the cap and then you lost it? You're gonna pay for this, you audacious Mr. Kim.
fair.
I promised to live as an honest man. Please,
Yeah,
Sir
of course,
Kebbies,
I was an honest
I
man.
ask for your forgiveness just this one time.
Let's go to try to...
You fell through the wall for me.
What?
Through the wall. In fact, I don't see you anymore. Oh, now I see you.
I'll try to call out the horsey.
Okay, now I see.
Okay.
I don't know what happened, but
Me neither.
it was very funny because you just got on the horse and I see you like, bloop, like going under the map. Oh, Dokkebi magic messing with us.
Me trying to look for shortcuts. Let's go. Instead of doing the whole thingy. 10 out of 10 experience.
Over there. There's that only kind of visible thing.
Defeat the animal wearing the Dokkebi cap.
That doesn't look like any animal.
Oh my god.
Is that also a power of the Gebby cap?
Fuck up, Dosa. What is it? I don't see it.
You don't see it? It's next to my horse.
No, I killed it. Can't kill the other one.
Did you get it? Did you? Show it to me. Aw, it's all torn and raggedy. So that's why it wasn't fully invisible. But is the cap any good now? Scholar Samshik, when he was in Peepin' Tom mode, said he saw that Aryang was raising a pair of siblings he took under his wings, and that if you brought the siblings a small gift of dried persimmon, he would fix up the cap for you in no time. And look, Auntie Artyung is a lot kinder than he looks, so don't be alarmed. I'll
Than
head out
she
to tell
looks.
the Dokkebi's that we found the cat.
Unless the auntie has a fat cock.
We don't judge.
Which we don't judge for, but yeah. Because otherwise she can fix the cap and fix your asshole as well. Hey, they did the Corsair
Just for you.
short thing. Ah, yeah.
Congrats.
No, it started.
Oh, okay.
You're like, woo, war, let's go!
Right. Okay. I don't know if this is...
I will tear apart anyone who disturbs the peace of Nopse with my own tooth. I will tear
Okay, no,
apart
so
anyone
it's
who
the other
disturbs
one.
the peace.
Okay, of course, because we can't get right indication for once. Ah. By the way, we received the Dokkebi cup, and the Dokkebi cup says, Attorno Dokkebi cup, what on earth happened to this cap? Well, probably the bear chewed on it. And yes, we are stealing. Because basically the point is that you go to a blind corner of the house, so the hare doesn't see you, the rabbit miss can't see you, and you steal.
Yep.
Heroes, by the way.
I will tear apart anyone who disturbs the peace
Ja,
of
dit
Nopse
is
with
cap
my own two
per
paws.
Simon.
So
Per Simon.
this is what all the commotion was about. I'm sorry, but I've got children to take care of. Those siblings lost their
Well, I
mother.
have some for the
I
siblings as well.
but you brought this for them. I guess the Gebbys must really be desperate, huh? Hand over the cap and wait right over there. I'll fix it up quick for you. Here you go. How'd I do it so fast? That's just the power of the Stripe Folk.
And the
Striped
striped folk is because the tigers in Land of the Morning Light are striped folk because tiger has stripes. And in fact, we received a whole Dokkebi cap. Contrary to her intimidating physique, Auntie Artyung has amazing dexterity. This Dokkebi cap was restored to perfect thanks to his outstanding skills. I guess they messed up the pronouns because Korean doesn't have them.
I see.
You don't need anything else, right? I've got two siblings I must take care of. How much? No fee for this. I know that Dokkebi always return a favor, so please tell them to pay me a visit for the holidays. If they don't come, I'll tear that cap to confetti.
Damn.
Just kidding. Tell those Kebbys I want them to repay me by helping those two, who almost wound up becoming the sun and the moon.
Okay, and now we talk to the Kibis.
So for reference, Land of the Morning Light is outside of the capital, and generally, even nowadays in Korea, when you get outside of the capital, there's not that much going on. So even these lands that we have are incredibly poor. It's kind of like, instead of showing you the whole continent, I'd show you the farms around Balanus.
So the legacy of the Dokkebi cap can now live on.
Yeah, we found the cap.
Oh, finally! We can deliver good news to the princess. Thank you. It's reassuring to know that there are plenty of good Mr. Kims out there.
We like to remind everyone that technically we are a villain in this story. Just, you know, Black Spirit and everything.
As for the writer, Mr. Kim, we took care
We
of
are in
it, so
grey
you don't need
morality,
to
not a
worry.
villain. Thank you very much.
Can we try on the cap?
Certainly. You should know that if a Mr. Kim dons the cap, his lifespan gets cut in half. So if you're eager to meet the 10 Kings sooner, then go for it.
Oh, no, thank you. Not for me, no, sir. I want to live a long and happy life with my
The
wife.
writer is gonna be
What's not
quite
to
sad.
risk it then? So, foreign Mr.
How
Kim
many
is doing
times
the
did he
cap
use
to
it?
the
Does he have like
Dokkebi
any more days
Since
left?
Foreign Mr. Kim was the one who found the cap. You should do the honor
Maybe
of
like
delivering to
it
the
works
princess
only
yourself.
once.
What if our traveler here decides
And he
to
was
take
quite
off with the
desperate.
cap?
Have faith. We're friends, aren't we? Meanwhile, strange Mr. Kim, why don't you stay back and help us out?
We shall
I
prepare
guess.
some of the princess's favorite foods, and then follow after you. So get going.
Dokkebi Forest, yay!
I'll be teleported, I swear to God, with my horse.
Ah! A massive horse pounding my face.
Wait a minute! Stop there! Where do you think you're going? This is where the Dokkebi princess resides, and in its current state of upheaval, not a place just anyone may enter. Oh? There's a historic heavy charm stuck on your back, Mr. Kim. Let's take a look. Tippy cap? The time has come! I take back what I said before. You may enter.
Okay, that was easy. We went from...
Another reason why it's a good start, the Tale of the Dokkebi, is because you come to the Dokkebi also for the Songakshi.
Yeah, and like it doesn't matter because technically you should know who you are and everything, but it doesn't act like it.
Mr. Kim? You're not safe here. If you don't want to be eaten alive, leave now.
About the Dokkebi cap.
Oh, is this my cap? How did you... And who are you?
This traveler here has come from across the sea to help you, Princess. And I'm Dosa from Hanji County, their assistant.
Isn't there a saying that if you lie to Dokkebi, you will regret it? Because he's lying to the Dokkebi.
No, if you trick them. Like if you play on them, like if you
Yeah.
take advantage of them.
That's correct.
You came from across the sea to help me? Is that true?
Princess, there's no time to waste. You must use the cap to go search for the bat.
If you lend me your aid, I promise to return the favor someday. But only once. Even if you should end up in the depths of hell, I will find a way to help you.
And that's true. She's going to help us further later on.
What can I help you with?
It's like a war zone in here. I'd be willing to go retrieve the bat myself, but Father is just too stubborn. Father will gobble up any Dokkebi who sides with Mr. Kim's. He's endlessly spewing gobbled Kebis back out as soldier Kebis. He's even gotten into my hidden rice cake storage. He's being so petty, isn't he? I was secretly helping the Mr. Kims from Sumo, but when he caught on, he put a stop to that as well. And that's not the end of it. Father's soldier Kebis are going around tormenting any Mr. Kims who have lost their way in the forest.
Oh no.
My father gives those lost Mr. Kims such terrifying quizzes, and if they answer incorrectly, they are beaten unconscious.
What's 2 plus 2? 3. Wrong!
How can he do this to the Mr. Kims? So now it's an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. I will retrieve the red bean rice cakes by taking down the soldier Kebis guarding the treasure chest.
You have to defeat soldier Kebis. Honestly, one of the things that I don't like about the new questline is how you can't do it with friends and it's very solo and instance.
Yeah. They should give the option like they did with the Ataraxian.
Yeah. Because the issue is that the two main things lacking right now are a solid world building story and the fact to do stuff with your friends.
Yeah, mainly the stuff with your friends though. It's one of the things people complain the most about because at least the story is being reworked.
Yeah, it's not quite there yet.
I
But
knew that the Dokkebi had a wicked side to them, but I didn't know they would gang up on lost travelers.
I know. This is so embarrassing. All of this over a bat. I
That
agree
can
that there's a
create
charm to old
anything.
objects. But is he really so dissatisfied with the new one I made?
Calm down, Princess. You know it's not about the bat. I heard that he was close with the chief of Sumor, the one who passed from this world. So close that he trusted him with the Dokkebi bat. I don't blame him for being so upset.
But why did he lend the chief the bat?
It's embarrassing to admit as a princess, but my father led me to believe that I could never go beyond Sumol. I thought something terrible would happen if I ever left. And I only realized after I grew up that it was just him being overprotective.
You secretly snuck out using the cap?
Yes, and once when the cap accidentally fell off my head, I was almost caught by a group of Mr. Kims.
So that's just bad parenting advice.
Luckily, a person passing by hid me in that split second. That person turned out to be the Sato of the village.
Jang Ik-sun, the Hyungam of Dalbon?
Yeah, and he returned me home safely. As a show of gratitude, he was allowed to borrow the Dokkebi bat. My father's dearest friend, the chief of Sumol, was entrusted with the duty of delivering the bat. They say the chief was murdered before he could arrive at his destination, and the suspect fell down a well. The Donghae office claims they're trying their best to find the bat, but they haven't found any leads so far. Thanks to you, Mr. Kims, I have my Dokkebi cap back. With this, I plan to infiltrate the Donghae office to uncover the truth.
You mean the Donghae office presided over by the Yongam of the East? Nah, he would have told you if he found the bat.
As the saying goes, the darkest shadow is cast directly beneath the lamp. You can never be sure of even your most trusted allies. Besides, the Yongam was the one who asked for it.
You can keep going.
Mm-hmm.
I searched every nook and cranny of Nampo, but turned up nothing. The only place I couldn't look was the Donghae office. Some dark barrier, invisible to the naked eye, was blocking the way. However, my Dokkebi cap will allow me to break through it.
We know that cap's powerful, but it's still dangerous to go alone. We'll be waiting at the marketplace just in case. So come to us right away if something happens.
Such kind-hearted Mr. Kims. Thank you for your consideration. As for you Kebbis, you shall protect this place until I return.
Makes sense, makes sense. Okay, so now we know that apparently they stole the Dokkebi bat. There should be definitely some big consequences to using it, so I don't get it. Like if putting the cap takes half of your lifespan, I wonder what does using the bat take away from you? Considering it can create objects. Auntie, good bump for the two over here.
Coming right up. Oh, you there! What's this? A gookbub for ants? This bowl needs at least 3 times more bean sprouts.
I'm back from escorting the princess. Phew, the tavern's unusually quiet today, don't you think, Traveler?
That's because it's a special day today in Nampo. Care to guess why that is?
Who are you?
What? Ain't you seen a Pungmul troupe before? Come check us out. We're having a Pungmulin time over there.
No thanks. We're waiting for a Dokkebi, friend. She'll be here any minute.
And also for the fact that you're very suspicious, you're very bad at keeping secrets.
Don't be shy. Just take a peek at our performance. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience, I guarantee you.
What's the show about?
Well, seeing as you're not from Sumul, you might not be familiar with this tale. It's called Beatty-Bop Dokkebi Bat.
A Dokkebi bat? What are you trying to do? The heavens will smite us all if we don't watch our mouths about the Dokkebis.
Oh, don't be such a stick in the mud. I'm sure the Dokkebis will enjoy a fun little story about them. We're not making fun of them. It's all a joke.
I'm not making fun of them, but it's all a joke. I guess that's suspicious, folks.
So, what do you say? I know I got your attention. Come on over.
Yeah, pick.
Dosa, if you don't mind adding a bit of your energy, it's always more fun to join in instead of watching from the side.
How do you know his
Talking to
name?
me? No way, I'm not the person for that.
It ain't too hard, trust me. Just shout, "Osu! Let's go! Chihuahua!" You can just riff on it. All right then, finish up your meal. We'll be waiting.
Come. Basically, this is the equivalent of me being dropped off in a Lamborghini. You understand, guys?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to our show. With a bitty bap, here comes the Dokkebi Bat!
So, here comes the story loop. A wealthy Dokkebi bat he did hold a prized possession worth more than gold. Bitty bop, he would swing it with zeal. Money clinking, women giggling, bitty bop, it never fails.
Let's go!
Bitty bop a silk thread here, bitty bop a river there. With a bitty bop all manner of things appear. Whether lying sick or standing tall and proud, with a bitty bop that makes us shiver, we all bow down and down. But wait, what's that? What's that sound? A slice at toast stole the bat? I go! Oh my, oh, what do we do? Oh, what do we do? The Dokkebi wailed boo-hoo, and cried a huge hole in the sky. Knock, knock, who's there? Knock, knock, anyone? The Sato shouted, full of greed, step back, Bitty Bop, it's not your bat! One strong swing and Bitty Bop heads fell off with a flop. Those who saw gasped in shock and dismay. I go, what a pity! We'll just Bitty Bop away! The tired caddy wept and wailed until a shiny new bat he hailed. A crack of lightning had struck his foes, knocking nasty Dokkebi down. One strong swing and Bitty Bop heads fell off with a flop. Those who saw gasped in shock and dismay. I go until our great king finally awakes. All of us will Bitty Bop away!
Isn't that story about us?
It's okay, princess. It's not being racist. It's just a joke. Look at that Dokkebi princess face. Did she not find the Dokkebi bat? Oh, I'm getting a gift. Yum, yum, yum. My gifts. Oh, hello, Dokkebi princess. That's like...
Having fun, were you? I hope you had as much fun as I did listening to your improvisations.
Did you find the Dokkebi bat?
Yes, and that is exactly the source of my deep disappointment. It means they've been lying to our faces all along. Honestly, I think I'd rather not have found the bat.
I'm afraid it is what it is, Your Highness.
It is what it
Things are not all
is.
sunshine and rainbows. Though that Pumur guy gave me the scroll for helping him out with his performance.
A scroll? Let me see.
So you hear a Bitty Bop? You're curious what that sound means? That's right! Bitty Bop! A thump with a bat and suddenly something magically appears! A full power swing with the Dokkebi bat. Wow! Leaves you wanting to swing it more!
Okay.
Hongwu troops may be talented enough to make up enticing stories, but this is not something you can draw without seeing it with your own eyes.
But you found the bat either way. Wouldn't all this be solved if you return it to your father?
No, I have changed my mind.
What?
Okay.
What are you talking about? You're not going to return it to the king?
I saw a glimpse of the bat's history when I touched it.
What did you see?
The young gum of the East summoned Father with the power of the bat. He said to follow his words if my father wanted to protect the Mr. Kims. He said that if we didn't prepare an army for him, he would harm the dear Mr. Kims. I thought Father was simply creating soldier Kebbis out of rage over losing the bat, but a meager Mr. Kim had threatened him, and he was sacrificing the Dokkebi because of it.
Wait, so this guy is being threatened that the king, essentially, or like the guy handling the lord, is gonna sacrifice his own people if he doesn't listen to him. Bro, this father is the worst creature in diplomacy that I've ever seen.
It's because
It's like me going, I don't know, think of it, I'm going to the US, I'm like, hey, if you don't give me something, I'm going to start sacrificing my own citizens. And what do you think? I'm like,
because the Dokkebis really care about the Mr. Kims and the Duoksini want to protect them.
ay, 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 ay.
No matter how much he cared about the Mr. Kims, our father, the king, whose throne does he serve? Is it for the sake of Mr. Kims or the Dokkebi?
Princess, what do you plan on doing?
Here, let me spell it out for you, Dosa. Revolution!
Slay the soldier Kebis and light up the altar. Then, sprinkle some horse's blood on the altar. Then
Yeah,
my
of course, let me just
father
get some
will appear.
horse's blood.
Hey, don't touch my horse.
Here. We can ask this table keeper for... pay the price for it.
Cows are totally better than horses. That slow it.
Horse blood? You're saying that this is the Dokkebi king's weakness? The blood of some tame herbivores? Haha. Well, I didn't have to do them like that, Jesus.
Of course, it's the reference to the folklore of the Dokkebis.
See how rude they are? Partner, let's collect the spirits of these bad guys. Okay. Now we go and gather the spirits of the Dokkebi soldiers.
Hey.
Soldier Kebi. Very... The Dokkebi's negative -10 in diplomacy, I swear to God.
It's a fair race between the Duoksini and the chief of the abbots in
Yeah. It's like these guys don't want to live. I love the... Oh! I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna backstab our leader and take power. It's like... But it...
for the Kebis.
Yeah. It was so stupid to try and like hold hostage the Dokkebis. You can't win like that. Anyway, as I was saying is that technically this part that we're seeing of Land of the Morning Light is like we're seeing outside, since we're not sure what the capital is. I'm expecting this capital to be so big it crashes half the players. It's like the old Calphion. Because technically it's the only place that was developed.
Well, for sure they'll have more architecture and more structure since they said that there will be the palace.
Let's go. Let's commit war crimes.
Once again, all the enemies, so go nice and slow.
He's going. Partner, everything's ready.
Yeah, we have to sprinkle the altar.
Oh wait, there's a Dokkebi chest. Here as well.
Yeah, like since they add, bless you, the glowing effect is much better.
Yeah. For some. Yep, just some horse's blood. Mmm. Yum, yum, yum. A delicacy.
And finally, we can see the king of the Kebbis, the king of the Dokkebis, the Duoksini.
Betrayal from a trusted one cuts deeper than a knife. You, Mr. Kims, are no longer friends of Kenny kind. I, Duoksini, king of the Dokkebi, shall rain down judgment upon you all!
One of the hardest bosses to do and most annoying pieces of shit. Smoke a bit of that. Yeah, like bit. Ah, we didn't tank. We're trolling.
No iframe.
Return to where you belong.
Father, enough! You have proven your incompetence.
Oof.
You do not have what it takes to be the leader of us Dokkebi.
Oof.
Do you love Mr. Kims more than us? How much more Kebi blood must be spilled? Is this truly the choice you wish to make, Father?
That Mr. Kim is innocent.
So were the people of Sumo.
The Thunderbolts in Sumo, that was a mistake.
Lies! You knew from the start the bat had already fallen into the Yangam's hands. You gave in to their putrid blackmail. All to protect your beloved Mr. Kims.
You
Isn't
tell
that what
them.
fuels your anger? How could you betray your own people in such a disgraceful manner? Foolish. So pathetic and foolish.
Damn.
Do not blame me if I choose to claim your throne as my own. Unlike your foul vision, my kingdom shall stand for the good of the Dokkebi.
God damn.
Girl, I'd like to remind you that he's like 10 times your size and he's about to split you in half.
All right, princess? Golly, after all that, I don't know what to say to make you feel better.
In all honesty, I'm just as lost as my father is. Despite my confident outburst against him, I apologize to both of you, Mr. Kims, but I had to confirm where my father's heart truly lies. I cannot let the few devilish Mr. Kims take advantage of our goodwill any longer. Without change, our kind will be erased one by one. The day will come when our great tales will only be found in legends.
But you gave one heck of a speech. Kim Duoksini might finally change his ways. There must be a way to protect the Dokkebi forest without having to turn your back on us. Plus, you've got your Kebi back. Nobody, not even that young gun, can threaten you anymore. And with a charismatic leader such as yourself, I'm sure we can all work out a better solution.
I would not have been able to retrieve the bat without your help. I would like to call upon your outstanding wisdom and bravery again.
Okay.
And here lies the choice of the path.
So the first choice is help the Dokkebi princess remove King Duoksini from his throne. Innocent Kebis have been sacrificed because of Mr. Kims. It is my duty to relieve my father of the weight he has been carrying. The Dokkebi princess.
And the second one is persuade the Dokkebi princess and settle Duoksini's rage. Duoksini was just fooled by Mr. Kims. If he's guilty of anything, it's for being a dunce. I don't know how to read this. Like silly.
Dunes, yeah.
Come on, why not cut your old man some slack, Dolce? So, in the first option, you side with the Dokkebi princess and basically, how can I say, you send the Duoksini to a forced vacation, while in the second case, you try to convince the princess to find another solution that doesn't involve a coup d'etat.
Yep.
What am I saying?
Alright, I'm gonna do the first bit.
Indeed.
hear you're willing to support me going forward. Then as our first course of action, let us burn this Kebi bat and Kebi cap.
Wait, what? Princess, you're gonna get rid of them? Why on earth would you do that?
I believe all Mr. Kims are pure, kindred spirits at heart. So pure that even a small drop of evil can corrupt their souls.
Okay, so we're burning everything.
None of these tragic incidents would have happened if it weren't for these tools. I mean it when I say I want both Mr. Kims and Dokkebi to live in harmony. For that to become reality, the seeds of conflict must be erased.
Yeah, the guy who abused them, not the object, but okay. Diplomacy -5, not -10 here.
Do you now see my true intentions? To ashes shall these tools be reduced.
Sag, right. Up. Here's the Kebi bat. Not working at all. Oh no. Oh no, the Kebi bat is stronger. No, well, I need to put both of them, I guess. Okay, now if I burn both at the same time. There you go.
Now I must lighten the burden that rested atop my father's resilient shoulders for so long. The fragments of one of my father's treasures, the horn of the Kebi horse, are scattered across this forest. Bring the pieces together and blow the horn to call upon the Kebi horse, and it shall guide my father to Kebitopia.
That sounds an awful lot like Dokkebi Afterlife. Look, I know you're mad at him, but you can't kill your own father. The skies will smash you down, even if you are a princess.
How dare you assume such atrocity? I would never! Kebitopia is where Dokkebi go every 100 years, leaving this corporeal world to seek rest. I'm sending my father off on a vacation, as you would call it. In the meantime, I will heal our soldier Kebis. Once they all return to their dreamful selves, I will escort my father back. Once they all return to...
Okay, so now I get to collect these pieces to send the guy on a vacation to an ethereal world where everyone is happy. Sounds like killing him with extra steps, but
It's the famous over the rainbow.
ah, defeat all the enemies. I don't see any enemies. Now I see the enemies.
That's why I use the fireflies.
No, because there were no enemies physically. They spawn delayed. Soldier Kebiri. Okay, we took one piece. Yeah. Look how cool this effect is, huh?
Wow.
Yeah, I wouldn't see that with the stupid firefly.
Of course I see them even with the fireflies.
Yes, you do. No, you don't. Who cares? Effect is cool. So yeah, same thing. You have to kill all of them here. So like,
take your time.
Yeah, because as you notice, they spawn with delay, so you can't really. Here you see like I already spawned, but no guys are up yet. And even when they spawn, they're immune for a few seconds, so you have to. So I'll say patience, patience. You see, like if they spawn after, and even when they spawn and during the wave, you can't really just one-shot them. Okay, here we have another suspicious place. Okay, first group spawns. Okay, second group spawning. Okay, now thanks to this special place, I can go and summon the horse. Wow, really? They hit the horn at a place like this? Well, that was anticlimactic. Let's go ahead and call the Duoksini. So I guess we combine the 4 pieces. There you go. Makes the Dokkebi horn, and then we go back to the altar. Yeah, that was actually quite anticlimactic where they hit it. I need some horse's blood, Dulce. Oh, thank you, Dulce. And in case you're wondering, yes, it is the same goddamn cutscene. I don't know why they, instead of doing 2 different cutscenes for the thing is, like they're just doing the same thing and same text as well. So I didn't skip it, I just fast forwarded it so you guys can see that I'm not crazy and that that's something that actually happens. Yeah, I just one-shot this. How do you feel?
You are one strong, Mr. Kim.
Yeah. Tell me more, because I'm sitting on that.
The pipe.
Yeah, the... Get piped. Aha, finally. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Looks like he has something to say. Let's go talk to Duoksini before he goes on his vacation to Kebitopia. Vacation. Hey.
So it goes,
It's
my
like the
daughter.
dogs going over the
Promise
rainbow.
me this. Mr. Kims are friends of our people. Please protect them as you would for our kind.
Your
Eccolo.
Highness, Father, I understand your feelings for the Mr. Kims. But now, we must focus on saving our Kebi kind. I fear that focusing solely on Mr. Kims, as you do, may lead you to make another grave misjudgment. So I'm sending you away for now. Please await my return.
He's in a better place.
He's happier, we
It
promise.
is done. Thank you both for helping me until the end.
I know he's gonna have a splendid vacation in the afterlife. I mean, Kebitopia. But it's still sad
Even they're
to
joking about it.
see him go.
It breaks my heart. But as a Dokkebi princess,
Of course,
I
princess.
must face these difficult choices to protect my people.
Well, now
There's
Dokkebi
nobody to
queen, I
protect the
guess.
forest. The story between us
Fair.
and you, Mr. Kims, cannot
Ad
continue.
interim.
Of course, of course. You made the right choice, Your Highness. We'll be returning to Dalbel now. I could really use a good night's sleep.
Do return and treat yourselves. I shall never forget the help you've given me. To save you some time, I'll send you to Delbol myself. Such an effortless task is the least I can do as a Dokkebi princess. Take care, Mr. Kims. I'd like to call upon your wisdom and bravery again someday.
Dokkebi king? They have this big guy up for nothing. What in the world? What would the world do without us? Partner, let's go look for something more entertaining. Yay! Got rid of the guy. Woo! Alright, we're going to be right back and we can swap.
Okay, so Zwitzi delighted us with the first crossroad where we sided with the little Dokkebi princess, now in Zwitzi's universe, the Dokkebi queen ad interim, because the Dokkebi king is in a special place. It went in the farm over the rainbow where your dog went when you were a child. But now let's try to fight for the Mr. Kims. We are going to persuade the Dokkebi princess and settle Duoksini's rage. Duoksini, who was just fooled by Mr. Kims, if he's guilty of anything, it's for being a
Dunes.
Dunes.
Being a fool, if you might.
Yeah.
It's another way to put it.
It's like from Donkey, I guess. Come on, why not cut your old man some slack? Dosa, because Dosa is telling this to the princess.
Can't say I'm thrilled about the idea, but if that is what you Mr. Kim's wish, thinking back, I believe I may have been too hard on my father. Were my words not filled with spite?
Nah, some constructive criticism never hurts. It's fine, you guys are family. I'm sure it would have been an enlightening experience for the king. Who else would be able to speak like that to him? Arguing and apologizing is what brings families closer.
Even so, I still can't return the Kebi bat without him paying for all the Kebi sacrifices he has turned a blind eye to. Ah, why don't you give him a good smack on the back for me? Then let's have a feast after. Like you said, fighting and apologizing will tighten our bonds. And besides, food always tastes better after a good fight.
That's not what I
You
was
say
getting
so,
at.
princess.
Yeah.
I guess I'll go prepare the feast then.
Love is blind, as you Mr. Kim say. Who would have known it was referring to my father?
I need some horse blood. Hehe, I knew you'd say that. I got some horse blood right here, but not before I get my reward for it. Now, here you go.
Yep, makes no sense, but they copy-pasted the dialogue from the table.
And then we are going to offer the blood. Just like we did previously, just like Sweetsies did. It's like same thing.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure why they didn't like change the cutscenes based on the thing. It could be money. It was rushed, but it's kind of stupid because it's not the same.
Yeah. That's why I skipped it, because doesn't really make sense.
You are one strong, Mr. Kim. Be my friend.
Edge.
You beat his out so hard he wants to be your friend. Okay.
Toxic relationships.
I mean,
Haha! Finally, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Looks like he has something to say. Let's go talk to Duoksini. Bet he'll be surprised to hear the prince's decision.
isn't that cool? Beat him so hard he.
Yeah, he reasons better now.
It has come to this. My dear daughter, promise me just one thing. Mr. Kims are our friends. Will you please protect
Basically, it's the
them?
same voice actor of the guy at the port.
Yeah.
Dearest father, my king, are you saying I would kick you out? No, of course I wouldn't. I'm upset with you.
I would never.
But not
No,
forever.
no.
I want to
Ignore
forgive you.
the thing that just happened.
Here, father, I am returning to you your Kebi bat. So please, return our Kebis back to their dreamful selves again.
And you can see in the image the Kebis behind the king getting the curse lifted because they stop glowing and they go back to the normal purple they have during the day.
Phew! It's done. thank you, Mr. Kims, for sticking with me till the very end.
Even after many twists and turns, things ended well. So, between Mr. Kim's and the Dokkebi, everything is peachy, right?
Yep. But as I said earlier, taking care of the Kebis will be my priority. We must protect the forest so that we can continue writing great history with the Mr. Kims. Isn't that right?
You're right. It's a choice for the future. Okay, we'll be heading back to Dalbol. We're exhausted.
Thank you for your hard work. I shall never forget your kindness. I will see the two Mr. Kims off to Dalbol. I've got the bat, so it should be a bitty bop in a flash. All right, safe travels. I hope your bravery and wisdom can inspire me again in the
No,
future.
my horse! I got teleported without being...
Rip horse.
Gotta go again to talk to the horse thingy. Ah, the Dokkebi king, they hyped this big guy up for nothing. Okay, Black Spirit. No. Oh, they gave me horsey.
Yes, you have to talk with the Black Spirit again.
Yeah, I know. What would the world do without us? Partner, let's go look for something more entertaining.
Perfect. And therefore the story of the Dokkebi is finally finished.
And now it's the time for our roleplay moment recapping what the fuck happened in the story. I'm going here, and I'm going to sit to my beautiful table, sort of, kind of. Okay, what is that? Okay. Tales. Tale of Duoksini. Chapter 1. The Dokkebi and Mr. Kims. Long, long ago, in the land of the morning light, the Dokkebi lived among the humans and had a particular fondness for them, calling them all Mr. Kims, perhaps after their first encounter with an actual man named Mr. Kim. Kim is also a quite common name in Korea, so like John Smith, like Mr. Smith in English, Signor Rossi. The Dokkebi created the Dokkebi forest, which was full of giant rocks and trees. As time passed, Sopmol village was founded in the Dokkebi forest for humans. Whenever a human was born in Sopmol, the Dokkebi would hold a feast to celebrate. The Dokkebi also mourned for the death of humans, which illustrated the close bond between the Mr. Kims of Sopmol and the Dokkebi. In Sopmol, they enjoyed their daily lives with feasts of pork and buckwheat jelly, sweet-tasting booze and wrestling matches that always thrilled the spectators. And in fact, we have all the references at the beginning of the story, if you remember. But among the Dokkebi, there was one that stood out, the most fearsome-looking and the best wrestler of them all. Of course, he's like 10 times all the other Kebis. He was known as King Duoksini, the best among the powerful Dokkebi. Chapter 2. Dokkebi Princess. There was a Dokkebi feared by even the great Duoksini. It was none other than his own daughter, the Dokkebi Princess. She was the apple of his eye, and he'd do anything for her. But even so, the forest must have bore the Dokkebi Princess. When everyone was sound asleep, the princess took her father's Kebi cap, a strange object that turned one invisible. The Dokkebi princess wore the cap to Dalbol village to stare at Mr. Kims and eat their sweet snacks. She also slurped down a bowl of cookbak and had an overall wonderful day. Perhaps out of excitement, but accidentally bumped into... Okay, this phrasing is a bit whatever. Accidentally bumped into Mr. Kim with blue eyes, and her cap tumbled off. A Mr. Kim with blue eyes. That's very suspicious. The Dokkebi princess cheeks stuffed with sirutok was about to be exposed. Then someone covered the Dokkebi princess with his robe. It was none other than Hyungan of Dalbol. He took the Dokkebi princess safely to the forest. In return, Duoksini lent him his Kebibat and had it delivered by his best friend, the chief of Supmol village. And that actually was different, because in the quest line we had the Dokkebi princess being kidnapped, allegedly, about to be kidnapped by a group of people. Chapter 3: The Kebi Cup. The chief of Supmol village, who taken the Kebibat to Nampo, was found dead. The Kebibat had also disappeared without a trace, leaving Duoksini not only without his bat, but without a friend. Overwhelmed by the pain, he struck Supmol village with thunderous lightning. A landslide devastated the village, and Mr. Kim's had to flee. And in fact, we saw it because in the previous stream we passed through the X at this point, Supmol village. Shortly after, fearsome soldier cabbies stormed onto the scene. They were the soldier cabbies who had lost their dreams and only obeyed the orders of the furious Duoksini. Thinking that only the Kebibat could quell her father's fury, the Dokkebi princess searched all over Nampo, where the chief was found dead. Everywhere except the Donghae office, which stopped her with unknown energy. The only way to get in the Donghae office, veiled in mysterious energy, was to use the power of the Kebi Cup, but the Kebi Cup was lost somewhere in Dalbol. The Dokkebi princess tasked History Kebi and Prey Kebi, the most knowledgeable about humans, with this important mission. Actually, I guess about the Kebis, because History Kebi and Prey Kebi are two Kebis, but fortunately, the two Dokkebi came across the traveler, us, and Dosa, and worked together to find the cup. Chapter 4: A King for Whom? After...
Victory!
God damn, I got stunned. I guess Kamasil won the war. Did every time, right? Never Odilita, Sage. After the Dokkebi princess found the Kebi Cup, she took the two Mr. Kims to Nampo. The traveler and Dolce chowed down on Gukpak while the princess infiltrated the Donghae office. The pansery of the Pongmol troop was on display for all to enjoy at the marketplace. Step back, Beady Bop, it's not your butt, the tired Kebi wept and wailed until a shiny new bat he hailed. But the Dokkebi princess found the Kebi bat at Donghae office, and as she had expected, and was saddened by the memory engraved in the bat. The Yongan of the East summoned Duoksini using the bat. He threatened the king that he'd arm Mr. Kims if the king didn't provide him with an army. Initially, they thought the soldier Kebis had been created for his rage over the loss of his bat, but in truth he was sacrificing the Dokkebi under the threat of a Mr. Kim. Who thought the father of the Dokkebi would listen to the words of a silly Mr. Kim? The Dokkebi princess couldn't stand for her father. Our father, the king, whose throne does he serve? Is it for the sake of Mr. Kim's or the Dokkebi? The Dokkebi princess, shedding sorrowful tears, found her resolve. She wasn't crying in the question, but whatever. Sprinkle some horse blood on the altar, then my father will appear. Chapter 5: What Duoksini wishes. As the horse's blood was sprinkled on the Dokkebi altar, dark clouds formed and lightning struck violently. I, Duoksini, king of the Dokkebi, shall rain down judgment upon you all. The travelers...
Fake news, he didn't say that. He says that being betrayed cuts deeper than any cut, but okay.
The travelers stood no chance against Duoksini in an intense battle. Actually, we were winning, but apparently we always have our ass kicked in the end. Duoksini was the king of the Dokkebi after all. However, the life of the traveler was spared by Duoksini. It was apparent that Duoksini had a deep fondness for Mr. Kim's, which both disappointed and infuriated the Dokkebi princess. She was furious that her father's fondness for Mr. Kim's was greater than his love for Dokkebi. Do not blame me if I choose to claim your throne as my own. Unlike your foul vision, my kingdom shall stand for the good of the Dokkebi. However, the Dokkebi princess realized she needed the wisdom of the traveler and Dolce to make the final decision. The final decision of whether to send her father off to Kebitopia and on a Kebi horse, where Dokkebi go every 100 years, leaving the corporeal world to seek rest, or to give him back his Kebi bat and forgive him in return to the promise of turning the soldier Kebi back to dreamful Dokkebi. Between Kebi horse and Kebi bat, what decision did the traveler make? And here we have the decision Sweetsy took, which is also the official one. In fact, we still have the soldier Kebis around the world, so technically this is the canon ending where we send the Duoksini to Kebitopia that every now and then pops back so we can defeat him in the shrine. Or what I picked, so like the good ending but not the canon one, where they make peace and Kebi bat is returned and everyone lived happily ever after.
Oh, and with this ends the story of the Duoksini. Again, a good start to the story. Not my favorite thing, not my favorite boss either, but it's something, you know. Well, thank you all for watching and joining us today. Enjoy the rest of your day, night, whatever it is. See you all next time.
Bye!